Hello my Owlettes, and welcome back to another video. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas, and it's the week between Christmas and New Year's, which is like one of my most favorite times because it's kind of like everything does seem at a slower pace where I can think more clearly, and I'm getting ready for the new year, which is a big deal for me. It always has been. It's kind of like I sit down with my new planner and I put in all my birthdays and I put in my stickers and I plan out my year. This is like fun, and it just really helps me kick off to a good start, for the new year. So let's talk about my new stack of journals and planners that I will be using for this year. So first of all, I'm going to back up a little bit and talk about my one little word. So I haven't told you guys my word yet because I've been kind of like, I picked it and then I was like, why did I pick that word? What am I wanting to do with it? So I've had some kind of like, and I've done this with words in the past where one word I remember in particular was learn, and I did not do anything with that word that year, really. I had wanted to learn how to do all this technical stuff, and yeah, it did not happen. So I do hope this isn't a dud year. I don't think it is going to be with my word, but my daughter was telling me last night, she goes, we'll pick a different word, but I've already, you're going to laugh at this because it's kind of a pun. I've connected with my word because my word is connect. Yay, there it is. So, every year, my friend Terry Murphy, she's a beautiful, creative, unique artist, and she makes jewelry. And I always ask her to make me a pebble with my word. So this is connect. And I find it very interesting too. She put some dandelions on there and some dragonflies, and I've really been connected to thinking about butterflies a lot this year, as you can tell with my this new kit that came out in December. I had some butterflies in it, so I don't know. No, I'm not reading a whole lot into that, but it's just kind of interesting because last year my word was romanticize, and she put a little heart with arrows, and I'll show you my other pebbles. I usually show these every year, but we're doing the ceremonial changing of the necklace. This is the necklace I wear almost every day. I do periodically change out the charms on there, but no matter what I wear, I always carry my word with me throughout the year. Oh, I love this clasp, by the way. It's very beautiful. It's very antique-ish looking. But I wear this everywhere I go. And again, I change out some things. Like this little owl, it's kind of like, I don't remember what company it's from, but it's, over time it'll get tarnished and I'll remove it. But I have my little sterling silver artist palette. Sparkle, you guys, are you surprised? This is actually from Hobby Lobby, but it reminds me to be playful. This is the little circus tent they have. A key, which means you have the key to your happiness. A pen and a journal, which of course you guys know that's us, right? And then stay curious. And then I really put a clock on there because it's really is to remind me about just time in general, how precious it is, and that don't waste a minute of it. Don't waste a minute of your time that you have with silly things. So, or that you look back on and you're like, why did I waste so much time worrying about that? A lot of times I have to really, because I can get really focus on something, and then it's that's why I give myself a certain amount of window to look for something, and if I don't find it, I'm like, okay, you gotta let it go, because I will obsess until I find it. But this is my little box of charms over the years, and I'll just put it away. So these are just some of my words. Romanticize, which was a wonderful word. I will carry that with me for a while because it was definitely what I needed this year. Fairy tale was a great word. Purpose, that was one of those kind of strange words, but it was just a refocus word for me. Learn, there's my learn one that I didn't really do much what I thought I was going to do. Change was huge. That was a huge dynamic in my life on that word. Gusto, that was a good word. And then shine. It's also one of those little, but shine was a great word too. So those are just some of the words that I've had over the years and since I've been wearing them everywhere I go. So connect we're back into connect. I'm going to be making a vision board. I thought I would come on and show you guys how I do a vision board, and then I remembered I did a video not too long ago, so I might still come on. It's just, we'll see. We'll see what happens if I decide to do it, just kind of connecting myself with the vision board, and then I'll show you guys. But anyway, we're going to talk about that in another video. So, but today's video, let's talk about what my journal and planner stack is. So, this was, I'm going to come back to this. This is a, let's start from the bottom up. How about that? So this journal here I made, it was a journal that me and my sister, my bestie came over. We were doing our Christmas journals, and I had already put together my journal. So I decided I wanted to make a journal. For one, I had these great book covers. This is actually the front of the book, but I wanted Raggedy Ann on the front. And I want a place that I can just put all my things. Like, if I have extra stuff, I'm just going to put it in here. If I have, you guys, I have zipper pouches and zipper pouches of so many fun things that I don't want to get rid of, but I have to do something with them because, and I think this is a great way to like be able to look at your things and put them down into a book. So I wanted to make it real inner child, real childlike, fun. I literally have just made the journal. I haven't done anything with it. No charm action has happened or anything, but I really wanted to make it fun. So I just glued this material. I mean, I punched it, and then I just picked random material and kind of tied it. So it's very, very fun. You can see with this wrapping paper that I just wanted to make it just fun. That was my mission for this book. So yeah, and I think I'm going to be having several of these made up. These are going to be like your typical scrapbook that my great-grandmother used to use. You know, she would cut out articles and everything and put them in her book. That's kind of what I want this to be. And then, so the next thing, this is where things are going to get interesting, you guys. I got a happy planner. Not for planning. Let me show you what I'm going to do. This is freaking me out a little bit. I'm not going to lie, because I'm making a change this year. But if I decide that it's not going to work, I can go back. And I'll tell you what one of my deciding factors was. I've been on the fence because this is what I did one year. This is a standard, this is the classic size happy planner. This was 2016 to 2017. And I used it as my everyday creative daily journal. So this is where I just kind of randomly put in pictures. I didn't, you know, it was very loosey-goosey as far as how I put it together. Did photos, you know. It wasn't really like, number one, I did this. Number two, I did this. So that was one, look, Game of Thrones, you guys, came out. My new pink shoes. Or maybe it's National Pink Day. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah. So this is kind of what I did. I didn't do anything on the calendars as far, but yeah, you can see that I did my creative daily journal like that. That's what I plan to do here. And one of the reasons I decided to do that, instead of, you know, I normally do my, I know this is hard for me because I've done my journal that I've used to doing, which is in my composition book for, I don't even know how many years I've been doing it for. Let's see here, 21, 22, 23, for 4 years. Oh my gosh. Am I going to be able to do this, you guys? We'll see. So, but the reason I kind of picked this was because my sister's doing it as well, and me and her always get together, and that's one of the things I really wanted to do this year was, you know, connect, that's my word, connect more with having fun, connect more with getting together with her, connect more with getting together with friends and crafty friends and family. And so that is one of the words that that was one of the reasons for my words is connect. And so I thought, how fun is that? When my sister, she texted me the other day, she said, because we were on this fence talking about the Happy Planner, and I'll show you while I'm talking about it, and I'll tell you what my plan is. So she said, you're not going to believe this, I bought a Happy Planner. I think about buying a Happy. I said, oh my gosh, what? You bought a Happy Planner? And then I've been kind of assessing. The only thing I don't like about the Happy Planner, which is like the main thing, is these guys, because they're weird to me. But this one has held up, you guys, and I have another one that I started, but it has really held up. So I'm giving it some high hopes. These are the big ginormous rings though. But I needed more room, you know, to play. So, yeah. I know, I'm still freaking out about it. This is October. We don't need October. We're going to go into January. So I thought it would be fun to be able to get together and journal. So this is the page that I have. I love that it's a lot of space on here. And it is broken down into like, what I thought I could do is do my picture, do some ephemera, do some washi, you know, really play along with these books. So that is the plan. But you know that I cannot, and I'll tell you what, why else. So this is kind of capturing the day-to-day. And it doesn't leave me a lot of space for decorating, you know, and I love to do that. I love to glue things. I love to add ephemera and stuff like that in there. I'll show you kind of what I did on this one. Let's see, on January, since it was Brazos' birthday, look how little, she's 11. It pops out. I did like little fold outs and things like that. So I really think that this is going to work fine. You know, I don't know. I've been drawn to do this again. So we will, oh look, there's my word change. And so I've been really drawn to play, like to do my daily creative journal this way. Now, I wanted to show you guys now. I know because I do a lot of like journaling, and this year I've kind of just, it's been strange, but I haven't really done a lot of like personal journaling. And what I mean by that is just like writing. And I brought some samples here so you guys kind of get an idea of what I'm going to do for my, this is capturing the day-to-day type. And then this is my current journal. So this is a journal that I carry with me everywhere. I pull it out and I write simple things like, this was it, you know. I just talked about my grandparents being married. This was their anniversary. So very small, adding pictures, but it's a lot of like personal writing in here. A lot of my feelings, you know, that I don't normally put in a journal. Because one, you know, I always think about the Creative Daily Journal, something that I could pull out with my kids or anything and say, oh, look here, this is what's been going on. And this is more like, more personal, you know. And so I really wanted to complete this book, this little journal, before the end of the year, but we are like, what, 4 days out, and I just don't know if I'm going to get to it, but I'll show you what. So I started this January last year. This is how far I've gotten, you guys. And it's been very August. It's like January to August I wrote nothing. But I have my Creative Daily Journal, but it's not like the real deep stuff, just kind of like, this is what happened, this is where we went, this is what we did. I mean, very important things, of course, right? But not like what's really going on in my heart, or what, you know, really, this is just my type, my journal, you know, like for me. So this is kind of what I've done in the past, is I've had these types of journals. I still do my decorating. Here's one, like, this is just newspaper, I mean magazine. Whoops, I got my tag flipped up in there. But this was from 2022, I think. And so yeah, it's just you know, just random stuff, pictures, cutouts, word things, more, you know, to myself, things like that. So this is one that I had, right? I love it. And I love having a journal that I can carry around, because there's so many times that I'm like, oh, I wish I had a journal I could just write in. I want to write. You know, I get these things, these like, oh, I want to do that. And by the time I get home, I'm like, oh, I forgot what happened. I don't know what I wanted to write about. It's not important anymore, right? And then this one is another one. Again, this was last year's. So yeah, I had my tracker. I tried doing a tracking in there. You know how bad I am at tracking. So yeah, so this is kind of what I'm wanting to come back to. Whoops, this is bad. Isn't this beautiful cover beautiful? And it just has like, oh, this is January. This is last year's too. So yeah, so I really want to, seems like some of it I want to write more into, but a lot of times I'm just, you know, I'm randomly putting stuff in there. Beautiful, like, pieces of things, quotes, all the things, right? So yeah, so this is kind of what I want to go back to. I want to go back to my creative daily journal, which is simplifying it a bit, but then really getting back into this journaling. Now, going back, I was thinking about those quotes. I'm so ready to get my new tabletop. This is like, got Christmas all over it, which is a good thing, but it's like, okay, I've really created this Christmas, which is wonderful, but I'm ready to get a new cover down. You know, I know that we've talked about, I love my fairy tale journal. I will still have this. I need to play in this. I haven't played in this in a long time. And so, actually, I guess it hadn't been that long. There's Robert Frost, so I guess it hasn't been. But I haven't played in this one. I will continue to play in these, you know. So I have those types of journals. My 50 before 51, which, oh my gosh, you guys, I got to get looking at that. But I still have those journals, but this is like the everyday journals. Okay, and then you guys, if you follow me on, I did post a short on YouTube. I'm so proud of myself. But I did create this journal for my planner. I did a DIY planner. I started doing that a few years ago, and then I've gotten away from it. And then last year I started about June, I guess, and I absolutely loved it. I fell back in love with it. I mean, I kind of loved it anyway, but I wanted to like get the new journals and try to, planners and stuff. But this is made from a composition book. So I literally cut out, I put stickers in here, but see, I have all this room to, I'll show you how I have it set up. So I still haven't done my intro page. I'm still in the works of it. But this is like the calendar, you know, I did a printable calendar. I put the little stickers from the kits in there. And then I talk about my kit. That now you can see last year's, which I don't have with me right now, but last year's did not bleed through. This paper is a lot thinner, so don't like that. But this one I just put in a random piece of copy paper because when I wrote out this, it bled all through. But I just used a pen on this pages. But see how, so what I will do is, like, when the week comes, I pretty much write out like my goals, my to-do list, etc. And this is everything. This is my life planner pretty much. And then on Sunday I'll write appointments that or something like that, or what I did. And this is kind of how I kind of plan. So that is, I went ahead and did write out my January. And again, I wish I would have brought my other one in here. But when I play around in this little bit, because I do want to do my intro page and stuff, and then my one little word. I don't know. I'm working on my vision board. I'm thinking about just making a copy. I don't know. I got so many little journals. I usually make a big vision board, and then I take a picture of it, and then I stick it into everything, you know. But one thing I am doing this year, my daughter was like, that's a big commitment, Mom, which is so true. But every month, I want to do a vision board. So I have my little February vision board. But I really want to I really want to kind of wrap the month around, like the kit, the CWR journal kit, and really kind of like get a visual of what I'm planning to do, which I need to work on this because I've already have a visual for this, which that brings me to my next journal. And this one, I showed you this before because this was kind of a impulse buy. I've had this, I was a traveler notebook girl for many many years. Not many, maybe 2 years or so. But I really love them. I mean, I have a whole, this is how I used to journal. I have a whole container full of these. And I went from that to the, I think the Happy Planner. I don't know if I did the Happy Planner at the same time. I don't know the dates in there. It's, I don't know if I went to the Happy Planner and then I went to composition book or how all that worked. But, or if I did, anyway, it doesn't matter. I had bought this a while back from Little Craft Place and I loved it, and it's a Prima Marketing Traveler's Notebook cover, and I loved it because it's got that leather feel. I don't think it's real leather, but it's got that leather feel, and then it's got this really fun zipper pouch. Well, it's like I guess it is leather, but anyway, it wasn't very expensive. That's why I guess I keep thinking it. I mean, to me, I've seen Traveler's Notebooks leather, like, I wouldn't, it's very expensive, and I'm like, well, I didn't pay that much, but, and this is the little charm that came in. This one is actually kind of messed up because I have a tendency when I'm, have products, if something's messed up, I just take the messed up one. I know, but it's like, the T is a little messed up on this one, but let's see here. I think I had another one over here, but there is some, oh, this is I got a sticky on it. This is oh yeah, these are the two that were messed up in the group, but this is fun attached to it, making it into a charm. But I have some of these, actually just these charms alone in the shop if you guys want one for your journal. But I will leave the link below for that. But I also have, I don't know if I haven't checked since this morning, but I did have one more of the My Story journal kits in the shop. So, but you definitely, I wanted this to be something that could be played with everybody. So let me hop into this. This is the My Story journal that was in the kit. And this is the one I'm going to be playing along with this month. I have this idea. So I sent out a letter. Let me get the letter so I can show you guys. Okay, so I sent out a letter in the planner. I mean, in the kit. Just open this up here. Whoops. And it talks about what I would like to do in the upcoming month. Do a video series to kick off the new year by telling your story, which is your story and my story. Whether you're a memory keeper, scrapbooker, junk journaler, photographer, or post on social media, we all tell our stories. So anyway, I went on to, and I have this on my Patreon as a freebie, you guys, so if you want to read over it, hop over there, become a member. I would love to have you. There is a free tier. You don't have to pay anything to be part of the Sparkly Owlette group. Anyway, I'm going to start off with these this month. So I think I picked 6 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 7 things that I'm going to start off, and I'm going to videotape and show you guys how I'm going to start my journal. And then every month I'm going to put out a newsletter. Like I will have one on January 1st, and it will have 2 other things to journaling prompts, 2 to 3 other things to journal about. Probably seasonal, you know, so that way you guys can like tell your story throughout the year. You could put it in your current journal, you could put it in your planner, you could create a new journal. I want to do this as my story journal. So, and this is what, it's just a plain striped standard size TN. And this is what came in the kit. And so basically I'm going to start out with this one. So, so yeah, so I would love for you guys to join in the fun. Like I said, you can hop over to Patreon, join, and I'll have the newsletter there. I'm also going to be posting the newsletter on my blog because I always try to keep my blog up to date anyway on things, because you just never know what life might throw your way. And I don't want to lose anything out there. So I've been blogging for a long time. But anyway, let's show what's in the TN. Okay, so I don't know yet what I'm going to do with this. I just shoved a bunch of stuff in here. I did play around in it last night. I thought about putting this on the front cover, you know, but then I was like, oh, I'm so scared to mess with my cover because what if I change my mind, you know, different things like that. So I just kind of popped a couple things in here. This is a card that I carry for, I've been carrying around since I was a teenager. It has very special meaning to me. It's where I really feel like Jesus saved me, so that's another story. But anyway, so I always carry that in my, I try to carry that wherever I go to remind myself. And then these are just a couple extra little TNs that came in a packet that I got. Like I said, it was kind of an impulse, but look how cute he is. How can that be an impulse? This was kind of an impulse purchase. But again, I can definitely use these. I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen in the future years coming down the pipe. But this is basically, this was what I talked about kind of having an impulse. I did the Traveler's Notebook Company year-long TN planner. And I put tabs in there from Hobby Lobby yesterday. And again, you guys, I don't really know what I'm going to do with this. And I feel guilty saying that because I spent money on this. And now I'm going, well, what am I going to do? But I really do think I'm going to might use it to connect, meaning in a sense of through social media, maybe do like a social media calendar. I've never done one of those before. Kind of, sort of, but not really. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but it sure is beautiful. I love it. I can't wait to do something with it, but I feel like it's going to be part of my story slash connecting. Does that make sense? Yeah. So let's hope it makes sense. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me yet. So maybe it will make sense soon. I know it sounds like so silly, like, why did you buy that? But I think we've all kind of been in that boat where I need that. Everybody else is buying one. I want one too. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Anyway, so that, you guys, is my planner stack slash journal stack for the year. I'm very excited. One of the reasons that I decided to go this route, not only because I'm wanting to have something with me and my sister, you know, because we already made all our plans for the years, what we're going to do. I'm so excited. You guys, okay, I am going to tell you to save the date if you are interested in the Christmas camp. I'm going to, in my January newsletter, it's going to have all the dates in there, all the things. I'm still making final touches on a plan that I have upcoming in July for the camp that we're going to have. So, I had a brief interruption, but one of the reasons I have decided to go with the Happy Planner concept for the daily and the journal for the day, for the everyday. I mean, they're both everyday journals, but this again is just like if I want to write up and say, I don't know. I mean, anything. The mail came today, and I got a happy mail or something like that. You know, anything. And you could put that in there, but I'm trying to think of something that, I don't know, that I just normally wouldn't put in here, but this is just like something I carry around with me. It's a release. It's a talking about, you know, kind of stuff. It's not, you know, I don't know. It's just, I just enjoy having this little journal with me at all times. But what I was going to say with this kind of journal is I have so many of these journals. Like the next one, I'm hoping to fill this up, you guys. But like I said, I have 4 days. I just don't know. I have a ton of little journals like this that I bought. It's kind of like this one that I did a fairy tale journal not too long ago, you guys. And I know a lot of y'all purchased them. But this little brand here, I don't know what brand it is. Oh, Flame Tree notebook. I have a lot of these little notebooks I pick up. Anytime I see them, I typically will pick them up. Not all the time because I see them quite a bit. But I also have this little guy that I bought. And I love this green color, which you know me, I'll probably cover it. But this is from Walmart. But look how thick that is. That would take me quite a while to get through. But I don't know. Maybe I want something a little long term then. But I want something that I can definitely fit in my bag. So that's a must. I love these little size journals here. So yeah, that's kind of what I want. That's my goal this year. That's the plan of action. So again, I'm going to come back. I just want to come on and show you guys what I'll be working with, and then I plan to come on. Oh, tomorrow's the first day for my stories, so I'm going to be coming on, and we're going to be doing our hello page. So I'll be doing our hello page, and I would love for you to join me. Again, this is open for everyone. There is a printout on my, I think if you go to Instagram, you can click into my bio, and there's one, and then there's also one on my Patreon. I'll leave a link below, and I think I actually put one in my on my blog as well. So like I said, it's across the board, open for everyone, and I would love to see you guys there. And as I say to everybody that talks about, like, you know, about journaling and stuff, I said, your story matters. You have a story to tell. Oh, and I'm going to share my grandfather's books with you guys. I've showed them to y'all before, but I always like to bring them out because he is such a encourager for telling your story. And so I do want to show you guys his little books that he put together. So all right, you guys, y'all have a super sparkly rest of the day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.